Dear friends, there are so many diseases in this world affecting the human life. The latest one is COVID-19, that is Corona. My family and myself also affected by the coronavirus and hospitalized for a short period and had in home quarantine for a long period. Now, I want to share my experience related to this COVID disease to my friends. I hope this will give some confidence for the patients and all my friends' fear of COVID-19 virus. In the beginning of the last month, my wife and myself got positive report from the RT-PCR test. And our daughter had to work as our attendant. And one day night, we go to our district hospital at Kanjipuram. Even we are residing in the suburban area of Chennai. Our home is situated in the border of Kanjipuram district. That's why we want to go to the Kanjipuram district hospital. At night, we had started to the hospital by an ambulance at 8 o'clock. And almost at 10 o'clock, we reached the hospital. But we got admission only after the midnight 3 o'clock. More than 4 hours, we have to sit and wait for the admission. At that time, I saw so many incidents, situations, scenes in front of myself. We were sitting in the reception, and after some time, we went outside to search for a place to sit and take rest. Because we already tired of the disease. Our daughter also got accosted, and she also had to get treatment from the doctors. There is a hall, open hall outside the hospital. Actually, it was under construction, and there are so many cement benches inside the hall. And the benches were already occupied by patients and other persons coming with the patients. So we have to find some seats on the pit walls and some cement platforms there. I sat on a pit wall and slant on the pillar there. My wife sat on a cement platform, small cement platform, and because of the tiredness, she laid down and started to sleep there itself. The thought of hygiene, cleanness, everything gone away because of the disease and the tiredness. We could not think even about the cleanness. In that 4 hours, I watched when I was sitting in the reception and sitting in the open hall. We could see 3 deaths in that 4 hours. Usually, when we saw a dead body, we will keep away from that place and look from a distance. But in that situation, nobody cared about the dead body. Even a dead body brought by the health workers on a stretcher in front of us, We just move away our legs to give way for the structure. We didn't even stand up and move away. Not only us, all the persons there are doing the same. And we must notice a situation there. The health workers, doctors, nurses, and other staff are hardworking throughout the day and night. And of course, some of them are in PPE dresses. You can understand the pain and problems of wearing a PPE dress, and especially in the hotter days. The patients are coming continuously one by one, some with friends, some with family, etc. The doctors and nurses have to check and collect the details of the patients. They have to note the details. That's a clerical work. I could see that the doctors and nurses had to spend about an hour for a single patient to note the details. They are totally tired of the clerical works more than the medical works. And of course, they spend more time for these clerical works than other works. I hope even in the third wave, the government will notice these problems and help the health workers, doctors and nurses to avoid at least to minimize the clerical works. When some patients brought with the family in serious condition, the family members are crying, shouting, screaming, and came to the reception. The doctors and nurses giving immediate treatments and then only brought to the wards. One patient died in that process itself. Dear friends, here is the irony. After a few minutes, the dead body was brought out on a structure, and there was no relative or family members there. That is the impact of this disease. Usually, if a man died, all the relatives and friends will come to see as a last chance. See the face as a last chance. But here, after confirming the death, nobody was coming to see the dead body. I can see after few more minutes, the health workers are bringing the dead body to the mortuary or somewhere else. And now then, we can hear the screaming of the family members outside the hospital, peeping through the windows into the ward as their relative are dead. At 3 o'clock, we got admission and went into the ward and got beds to sleep. After that, we spent 2 more days there. Here, I would like to remind a proverb in Tamil. Pandikku mundanam, padaikku pundanam. Which means we must go to the feast first, but we must be lag behind in the war front. because I had already heard about the treatment of COVID patients. In the beginning stage, the COVID patients are in the wards of many hospitals got royal food and royal treatment because even the health workers, doctors didn't know the characters of the disease, characters of the virus. So they keep vigilant and serve more. Some of my friends also got affected by the virus and were admitted in the hospitals at that time. When they came out, they came happily because the treatment and the service was like that. But this time, when we are in the hospital, we could not see such a service. No such good food, no good service. Of course, so many persons are in the ward, and the doctors and nurses could not treat all of them like in the past. And a few health workers, doctors also got affected by the virus and went into the quarantine. So the numbers of health workers, doctors, nurses are low in the hospitals. They have to treat more number of patients. That is the difference. Still, in the hospital, the doctors and nurses treat the patients with dedication. So many patients are coming in, and after some interval, those patients are discharged from the hospital. After 2 days, we request and discharged from the hospital and came to home quarantine for a long period. When we are in home quarantine, of course, we have to tell about the beginning. When we got the positive result from the RT-PCR test, immediately the hospital persons informed the corporation, and the corporation person came to our house and put a poster in front of the gate as COVID patients are here. And they fixed their quarantine time for 14 days also. Some other corporation personnel come and sterilize the exterior of our house. But after that, nobody returned to look the patients. There was no calls, there was no questions, anything about us. My wife and myself have to be inside the house because of the quarantine. And my daughter also tired of the service. We have to suffer inside the house. We could not go out. And after some time, the lockdown also came into effect. That is the period make everyone to think about the life from an alternative point of view. The thought about the life totally changed. The perception of the life totally changed. I called some of my friends to come and bring some things for us. I request, come in front of the gate and you can go back. Still, so many friends didn't come. I have to search help from the political parties, as I got some friends there. Some of the workers came ready to serve us. At that time only we went to the hospital. So we didn't get the service from those persons also. Here I am not blaming the friends and others. If any friend got affected by this virus and he called me, I will also do the same. I could not go there, or I will not go there. That is the impact of this latest disease. No other disease have this impact. If anyone got affected by a disease, friends and relatives come to serve, at least for a single time. But hearing about the COVID, everyone have to keep away from the patient. That is a horrible thing. That quarantine period gives some lessons about the life. New lessons, new views, new perceptions. And one thing I want to remind all my friends by this experience. Of course, we have a bad experience by this disease. We can see a hope because I am sure that this disease is not fatal if we are careful and confident. The patients must take rest and have good food, and the patient should follow the instruction of the doctors and have some simple medicines. That's all. That's enough to overcome these hurdles and get out of the disease. So, I would like to request all my friends affected by the COVID or coronavirus or fear of this virus. Don't worry. You can overcome the disease. For that, please be careful. Be care on your health and be confident. And if you have some other diseases, please treat for them immediately. That is the only problem in this corona period. Because the coronavirus makes you tired, affect your immune system up to a limit. At that time, if you have some other diseases, it may affect your health conditions. So be careful. You can use allopathy or Siddha simple medicines. Already, once I told about a simple medicine here itself. Dear friends, please be careful and confident. At least up to you got vaccinated fully and the vaccines came to effect in your body.